Earlier this year, The Owl House came to a close after its third and final season, and I will say, it was pretty good. Nothing too special, which makes sense as Disney pretty much made them do everything they had planned in 3 episodes. But it was still a nice way to wrap up the story. So, with the third season's first year anniversary creeping in, I thought I'd make a fun little display piece as a way to celebrate the show. I present to you set number 21329, Emperor Belos' Graveyard Ambush. The set includes 319 pieces and 8 minifigures based on the season 3 episode thanks to them. So with all that said, let's go through this set, Starting off, we have Luz in her Halloween costume. She would use mid-legs with some printing to represent her boots, and some dual molded arms with matching torso printing. She would use this Mandalorian shoulder cape piece and a new shoulder pad piece. This as well as an alternate expression and a new hair hat combo with a dual molded crown to better represent her outfit. I also threw in the J hair from the Lego Ninjago movie as a way to have Luz with her hat off. Even if that new hat combo took forever to design, I'm proud of how she came out looking. Probably one of the most iconic parts of the show was Luz's and Amity's relationship. Shout out to enemies to lover arcs. Gotta be one of my favorite genders for real. Like Luz, Amity would use mid-legs with printing to represent her boots. I decided to give her the skirt piece from the troll sets as a way to represent her dress. She would use dual molded arms with matching torso printing and a short cape piece. This as well as an alternate expression and a new hair with ears combo with a dual molded crown, as there was no other way to represent her hair. I also threw in another new hair with ears combo for her purple hair. Finally, for her accessory, she would have her talisman staff. It would be made up of a modified blade piece, a lightsaber hilt, and the baby kitten piece at the top to represent her talisman ghost. In the end, I think I did a great job bringing Amity's costume to life in Lego form. For a simpler figure, next up we have Gus Porter. He would also use mid-legs with printing for his shoes and some dual molded arms with sleeve printing. This along with an alternate expression and the same hairpiece from my series 1 Gus. Like Amity, he would come with his talisman as his accessory. It would be made up of the same pieces, but with a chameleon piece at the top instead of a cat to represent his talisman. Even if this was an easy figure to make, I'm proud of the outcome. I think most of you guys know by now that I never really liked Willow. She's just kinda boring, I guess. Especially when there are so many interesting characters out there like Hootie or Rain. Rant aside, Willow would also use mid-legs with printing for her boots, a troll skirt piece, and this devil tail piece. This along with some dual molded arms with sleeve printing, and this batwing piece that attaches via the neck. This as well as an alternate expression, and the new hair with ears combo as there wasn't an existing one that fit her. I also threw in this cap with horns in order to complete her goofy bat costume. Finally, for her accessory, she would also have her talisman staff. Same pieces as before, but with a brick-built clover as there isn't an official B piece. Don't have anything else to say about this, I just really like the way the figure looks. Willow is still boring though. Up next is my favorite character from the show, Hunter. His lore and storyline are just so cool in a twisted kind of way. I just love the whole idea of Belos cloning his brother over and over again, hoping for a different outcome. Hunter would once again have mid-legs with printing for his shoes. But instead of printing on his belt, I decided to give him the Batman utility belt piece. Just gives the figure some extra detail. He would have some normal arms with sleeve printing and an alternate expression. This along with the same hairpiece from my series 1 Hunter and a talisman staff made up of the same pieces from before, but with a new cardinal piece to represent Flapjack as his accessory. This might be a really simple figure, but I had a super fun time making and designing it. I feel like out of everyone, B probably had the most wasted potential. Like, her backstory and motivations were there, they just ran out of time to expand on her character. B would use mid-legs with printing for her ripped jeans, and some normal arms with printing for her sweater. I decided to give her colored eyes, as they have this yellow/gold glow in the show. This along with an alternate expression, and a new hair with ears combo with this gradient effect to represent her ears. At the end of the day, I think I was able to recreated her character really well. I don't know what people be yapping about. Camila is a great parent. Sure, she made some mistakes here and there, but then again, who hasn't? Camila would use dual molded legs with some simple printing for her boots, and some dual molded arms with matching torso printing. This along with an alternate expression, and a remastered version of the ant hair from my Amphibia CMF. I pretty much just smoothened out the area and added some printing for her graying hair. A pretty simple figure, but I feel like the printing on the hairpiece brings the whole thing together. Belos was already a great villain, but the fact they turned him into a cryptid that can possess and slowly unalive things is so cool. It's so metal and I love it. Now, since this is Belos possessing Hunter, he would use mid-legs. They would have some matching hip printing for the shirt tied around his waist. This along with some dual molded arms, with printing for the corruption overtaking Hunter's body. I decided to give him colored eyes like B, as they also have this glow-like effect in the show, as well as an alternate expression, and this new detailed hair with ears combo with some dual molded horns, as there was no other way to represent his look. For his accessory, I gave him the Titan's blood he finds in the episode. It would be made up of a 2x1 cylinder piece and a 2x1 rounded brick with printing, making for probably one of the best figures I made for the set. For the build of the set, I tried recreating the graveyard duel at the end of the episode. There would be this main build with a large grave build at the back and some slanted plates attached with hinge pieces on all sides to give it that hill-like look we see in the show. There would also be 2 detachable graves on each side, with a grave for Flapjack on the left using the cardinal piece but without printing, and Caleb's grave on the right. Now I know these 2 are probably buried somewhere in the boiling aisles, but I thought it would be a good idea to throw them in as an Easter egg of sorts. Then for honestly the coolest part of the set, the play feature, there would be this hand crank at the back, which when twisted would activate a mechanism at the front similar to the Batcave set, allowing you to simulate Hunter turning into Belos, and vice versa. It's unrealistic in some parts, like I doubt LEGO would ever include 8 minifigures in a set of this size, but I'm proud of the way it came out looking, especially that play feature. I feel like it just elevates it from a cute little display set to a pretty fun looking playset. Well, there you go. That's all the builds and minifigures from the Owl House, thanks to them, that I was able to make for this custom set. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider possessing that subscribe button and leaving a like, as it helps out the channel a lot. While you're down there, tell me if you'd like to see more Owl House content. If so, what would you want me to make? Also, don't expect an upload from me next month, as I'm going to be busy with stuff. But don't worry, I'll be back in December with something really cool and unique. I also want to take this time to thank you guys, haha, get it? For 1,000 subscribers. I honestly never thought I'd make it this far. I'm cooking a 1,000 sub special at the moment, so turn on notifications if you'd like to be there when it releases. As always, have a great day, and remember to stay awesome and creative. Happy Halloween, everyone. And hey, if you're interested in animated properties, consider checking out the videos listed on screen right now. On your left, you can find my original Owl House video. It's not as good as my newer content, but it still holds up if you're more of an Amphibia kind of guy. On the right, you can find my set based on the finale. As always, take care, and I'll see you fellow LEGO enjoyers next time.